started as a calm, very early morning boat ride on the Zambezi, parting the water like glass as we neared the edge of Victoria Falls, shortly turned into one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. We stepped onto Livingstone Island, the tiny patch of ground just next to the falls, and were given a maize banana drink, for courage, I presume, then guided over to the falls. I could feel the spray in full force here.
Now if you want to see the waterfalls close up, do the Devil's Pool experience. The falls are right behind me, and next we're going to jump into a plunge pool and go right up to the edge.
As we were literally on the fall's edge, we could walk as close as we wanted to. There were no ropes or fences, but since it was slippery, I was all good standing a few feet back from that 360-foot drop. This was not the scary part yet, and I knew it was coming, and even this rainbow couldn't make my heart stop racing. We were about to jump into the Devil's Pool, which I had heard other South Africans refer to as the scariest thing they've ever done. Little did I know, there was no turning back now. Now our guide showed us how we had to swim against the current in a diagonal, as it will inevitably push us back as we get across. Oh, and watch out for the hippos, he said too. Great. We dove in, and thank goodness I used to be a lifeguard and had to do this for practice because this part was tough. The current was strong this time of year, and only a few weeks later this wouldn't be possible. Sadly, my GoPro died, so you can't see the fear on my face as I jumped into the Devil's Pool and was immediately slammed against the edge of the rocks. Fish were biting our feet as we clung to the rocks at the edge, but that didn't bother me. These rocks were the only thing holding me from that 360-foot drop that I mentioned, so I was holding on for dear life, though the current seemed to want me to go over. But damn was the adrenaline pumping. I kept on a smile, masking my fear of imminent death, and posed for the camera.
I feel fabulous. You did it, girl. It doesn't matter, you just did that. I'm terrified of heights. That was one of the scariest things I've ever done. And some true adrenaline seekers are actually letting them hold your feet and they go up to the edge looking over the falls. I got right there, I sat right there, I took my picture. I'm set, I'm good. Close enough to death. I don't need to push it anymore. I draw a line somewhere. So I survived Devil's Pool, and what it is you swim out into the Zambezi just feet away from the huge drop of Victoria Falls, and they guide you to this deep pool and they let you go right up to the edge. I mean, I was feeling the water pushing me against the edge, and right behind me was Victoria Falls. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever done. I'm still shaking. I have to say I cannot believe they're even allowed to do this because this seems pretty unsafe. You're an adrenaline junkie and a strong swimmer. It is really fun and a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and these pictures are probably going to make all your friends jealous, but I have to say, it's scary as shit.
And to round out the experience, we were warmed up with a breakfast. This was quite an adventure before 8 a.m.
And now my reward is a delicious breakfast right next to the falls.
Just don't ask me to do it again.
I mean, if you're an adrenaline junkie and a very strong swimmer, if you're an adrenaline, I can't even talk, I'm like still nervous. I'm talking about it.